Yeah. It's your own mind just messing with you and your bacteria in your gut. Wanting a cookie. That's what, if we put bad thoughts in his head, he'll give us cookies.
I love my bacteria.
Dustin, you're doing it. Dustin's
you got some good bacteria.
Oh,
man.
Sometimes
Him,
I'll eat a carrot and it'll be like, what's this shit? We're going to make you sad.
Yeah. Go get yourself some 7-Eleven nachos. Bro. That was Dustin's meal, bro.
My 7-Eleven nachos, bro. What's up, guys? Hey, I'm Dustin Ibarra.
And I'm Greg Baldwin.
And we're podcasting.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Welcome to Good Things Are Happening.
Man, it's good to be here.
Good things are happening, dude.
It's awesome, dude.
It's
awesome,
exciting.
Man.
This is awesome because, like, we're doing this podcast and, like, good things are happening. And then it's like, I feel like we manifested this kind of. What's up, guys? Welcome to Good Things Are Happening. I'm Dustin Ibarra.
And I am Greg Baldwin.
And we're here. Checking in, buddy. How you feeling, bro?
I'm feeling good, man.
What's going on with little Greggy?
So, I'm going back to the San Francisco Bay Area. I'm going to Cobb's Comedy Club.
Where you were from.
Where I'm from.
The champion returning home.
And I'm co-headlining with Jimmy Shin.
Nice.
And it's my first time co-headlining, means we're gonna split up the headlining time. So I think we'll probably each do 30 or 35 or something like that. So,
okay.
And I'm excited. I'm a little nervous.
I would. I mean, I would. Dude, Cobb's. That's one of those big comedy clubs.
Yeah,
it's
iconic.
one of the premier comedy clubs in the nation.
Last time
I was been there forever. Robin Williams.
All of them.
All of them. Yeah.
And the last time I was at Cobb, so I do the punchline all the time, which is amazing also. But the last time I was at Cobb's was I saw Bob Saget.
Oh, that's cool.
So this is my first time going back to Cobb's since I saw Bob Saget.
Yeah.
And now I'm going back to Cobb's as a performer. And, but, I'm I almost kind of don't, I'm excited and want to do it, but I almost kind of don't want to do it because all my friends and family are going to be there to judge me.
Ooh, that's tough.
Yeah. And
I know what you're saying because you want the best set of your life to be when your friends and family are out because those are people you got to see.
And and here's the thing is I've been performing in the Bay Area for years now, and I open for Daryl Hammond and Jay Moore, and I've punched there at Punchline a bunch of times, and I headlined Punchline actually. Co-headline. Well, I didn't headline, but Ant headlined it. But I went on last at the Punchline in 2017.
You had to follow Ant in San Francisco.
I did.
That's got to be a tough job.
And I had I sold it out like 170 seats. I sold out the show, but I wasn't ready. And I wasn't a good comedian. I was only 4 years in, and so I know a lot of people saw me and were like, "Oh, he's not very good."
I feel like that happens a lot in comedy, though, where you get pushed sometimes, and just in anything, that's the only way you're gonna learn how to do it.
You're right.
I remember I got bumped to headlining when I had like 30 minutes or something back in the day, and I remember thinking like, okay, this is gonna be tough.
Yeah.
But then you learn, you get into it. You gotta get better by doing it.
And here's the reason I because I thought I would just wait, until I'm really, really ready, and I'll go back and I'll just do headlining myself at the Punchline and maybe film it. But but then I thought, my mom and dad, how many more chances are they going to get to see me? They're gonna be around for a long time. My dad just turned 81, my mom's 82. So, but it's like I don't want to miss opportunity.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, but that would suck though if you bombed and then
that was it.
Yeah,
no.
But did they die like the day of your show? Like your comedy puts them into the grave.
I bombed so bad. I bombed so bad. What if what if it was like one of my young friends and shit? I bombed so bad I killed a 50-year-old.
Oh, cause of death: Greg Baldwin headlining.
Trauma. So I'm excited.
I think you're gonna do great, man. I think you're gonna do great. It's your home club or your home area, and you got support coming out. Hopefully they'll be cool. But I mean, dude, you got the time. You've got the you and Jimmy are doing it. It's gonna be a good show.
I'm excited. I'm excited. Just a little nervous about it, because I think more now I'm more grounded in, back when I did it in 2017, I thought I was good and I didn't know how bad I really was. And now that I'm a more experienced in comedian, I recognize how bad I was then. So then it makes me think, well, wait a minute. Am I still in denial about how good I am?
Yeah.
But I'm doing
like
fine.
You're going to look back 10 years from now and be
like, what was I doing?
What was I doing?
What was I thinking, dude? Going for it. But it's going to be fine. Here's the judge too. Here's the judge. People laugh at my shows.
Mm-hmm.
That's your judge is the laughter. And I've been getting a lot of laughter lately. So I just got to trust in the process and have faith. And
I'm sure you've written more material since the last time you were there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Much more.
5 minutes? No.
At least.
At least.
When was I got like 5 new bits since I've been there?
Yeah. It's going to be great. Man.
Maybe I open with something new,
Oh, I don't know. That's kind of risky too. Opening with something new.
I know.
But
I know.
Dude, follow your heart, Greg.
Yeah. We can always, it'll work out. So
listen, if anything goes wrong, here's what you do. You say, hey guys, my parents are here tonight. And then point them out in the crowd. Stand up, mom and dad. And then they'll see them. Definite, immediate applause. And then they will want to laugh for you because they're like, oh, we can't have this guy bombing in front of his parents.
That's a good idea.
I think you should do that.
Yeah.
And that might be a great thing. Your first joke. Yeah.
Okay.
My 80-something-year-old parents are here tonight, and then maybe a quick joke about them.
Yeah. That's a good one.
Yeah.
I like it. Well, that's my check-in. So
that's a good check-in.
Yeah. I'll come back on a future episode and let you guys know how it goes.
Okay.
So
I think you're gonna do great. Don't overthink it.
Okay.
Well, my check-in has to also do with a hometown comedy club. I got booked at Hyenas, my home club, which I had not worked in a few years because last time I was there, I got drunk on stage back when I was in my stuff. And I couldn't put words together, and I didn't know what I was doing, and I got fired. And I lost that friendship from the club owner. But the club owner, he came back. He was a good friend of mine. We hung out a couple of months ago
at the Netflix is a Joke Festival.
The Netflix is a Joke Festival. You met him.
Yep.
And it was super cool, dude. And I wasn't expecting to work that room again. But then he said, I want you to come out, and he hit up my agent, and I'm back in. And it's cool. I'm going back during Thanksgiving too, so I'll be able to see my family, and it's just a really cool thing.
That is so cool, man.
Yeah, so that's what's happening with me. Things are great.
It's coming full circle, dude.
It is. I got nothing to complain about, Greg. Next time I complain, I want you to be like, Dustin, shut your cute mouth.
I always do, but I say it in a positive way.
You do.
Right?
Yeah.
I always cheer you up. I'm like, well, let's look at the facts.
Yeah.
Boom, 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 boom. And you're like, you're right, dude.
Yeah.
Right. Look at that, dude.
Look at that. Killing it, bro.
Good things are happening.
Yeah. Oh, and I think it's because I've been doing good things lately too. I've been doing some volunteering, but one of the biggest things is I go to 7-Eleven. They have coffee there, and I put in the big gulp cup, and I went there, and they were like, "Is that a soda or a coffee?" Now, soda is only $1. Coffee, $2.
Oh.
I had a moment where I was like, and then I was like,
you told the truth.
I told the truth, bro.
Yeah, nice.
I told the truth. And then afterwards, I told the guy too. I was like, it's a coffee. And I was like, I almost said soda, but I didn't. And I thought he was going to be like, oh, you're such a good guy. He was just like, okay.
Yeah.
Because it's only $1 difference, man.
Yeah, because that's what normal people do.
I guess that is what normal people do. But I just felt good. I was like, look,
that is good, dude.
That's going in the good boy file.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You paid them the money that you deserve for purchasing the product that you bought.
Yes. But I also stole a Snickers. So I made up for it in other ways.
That's awesome.
Hey, hungry, why wait? That's what they say, right? Okay, cool. But that's my check-in, buddy.
All right,
and I'm excited about today's episode. Yeah, and then let's bring it in. Nick. All right. Well, Greg, I'm pretty excited about today's guest.
Nice.
Usually I don't know a lot about the guest. I have no idea who they are. You book them. No, I'm just kidding. I know a good amount about him. But this guy, I started stand-up comedy with this gentleman back in Dallas, Texas.
Yep.
my buddy, The Tonight Show, multiple comedy specials, Nick Guerra.
Hey, everybody.
Nick Guerra, bro.
First time I met Dustin, I was in a bathroom stall. Not what you're thinking, all right?
You weren't doing blow. You weren't doing
I was
coke,
actually
you were blowing him.
Yeah.
You were blowing
exactly.
him.
I was blowing him. It was the Backdoor Comedy Club. Not what you're thinking. All right?
It was. Yeah.
And
it was a backdoor West End comedy.
It was Backdoor.
It was Backdoor.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. Because I remember it. Because it was still, I didn't know anybody really in the scene yet, and everybody seemed so like in the industry. Yeah. And then I see Dustin's head peek over, like kind of like, "Hey man, you got weed?"
Hold up. I peeked over. Whoa. I don't know what you're telling. I didn't peek over.
No. I was at a urinal, so you couldn't peek, but you poked your head in. You poked your head in.
You're taking a shit. I'm like, hey, bro.
Hey,
you pooping?
Yeah, I had just discovered weed, and I was apparently I was an addict, and I was just like looking for it everywhere.
He was measuring me up too, but I think he was, that tone that people have, where you're like, oh, he's seeing if I'm cool too,
Yeah.
Did
you have weed?
No, I hadn't done anything until 36.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
No drinking.
I got drunk once, but it was like from performing on stage, them just continuously sending shots. Wow. And it was like a bar gig where they would not let you do a joke.
Yeah, unless you took
the shot. It was Laredo, Texas. And I was like, I don't drink, guys. I don't drink. And they just kept sending me. And I was like, all right, here we go. Not knowing, because I never drank before. They sent me what they call the 5-star general, which is 5 liquors mixed into one.
Oh,
they sent me 2 of those. I had nothing to eat. I was just...
You got court-martialed, buddy.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. I was gone.
Did you puke?
From I don't know exactly what.
That's scary. Blacking out.
And I was upset. I told the promoter, I was like, man, I don't drink. Don't do this to me. Yeah. And the next night he tried to do it again. And I just learned. I was like, oh, just put the drink down. Say, I'll get to it in a second. Yeah. Just continue. Yeah. And then I just ran off stage.
Well, you're not sure what happened, but did you wake up in his bed?
No. I woke up in the tub in the hotel room. I had a friend there, a mutual friend of ours, Tony Ibarra. He was with me. He was a professional drunk. Oh, yeah. Like he knew what was going on and stuff like that.
Yeah. Our kind of guys.
Nick never did anything. Like
no, I didn't do anything.
So we started in Dallas, and we just me, him, and our buddy Anthony, we just kind of got together, and it's fun guys. We were a little crew, man.
Yeah, man. Cool. Well, the first time me and Dustin really connected, it was on a road trip to go perform with a guy in Dallas-based, Flo Hernandez, and we were pumping gas, and Flo went in to go get some stuff from the convenience store, and then Dustin's like, "Hey man, do you freestyle?" And I was like, oh, yeah, maybe. And then he just started busting a flow. Yo, I'm Dustin. I'm busting. I know I'm hustling.
You were a rapper, dude?
We would flow. We would do this thing. Man. We did a lot of just like.
Let's hear it, dude. Let's hear
it. It was pure fun, man.
Okay. We got to see it now, dude. He called it out. Let's go.
I'm probably not good.
Hey, yo, I'm Nick. You knowing it. I'm out here just blowing it, sucking dick. Everybody got. Wait, hold on.
Oh, yeah.
We did a sketch like that too. Where it's the guy who kept flowing, but everything was like super gay.
Let's play a game. I'm gonna point to you each one at a time, and you got to flow. Go.
I'm Dustin. I'm doing a pod. My head is odd. I'm up here rhyming. I don't got any timing.
Hey, I'm out here propelling it. Everything is fucking irrelevant. You know me. I'm just selling it. The way that I'm going, I'm telling it.
Telling it what? Telling it who? Telling it big? Telling it shoes.
That was good.
I saw my shoe and I was like, oh, that'll rhyme with something.
I couldn't follow that. Good things are happening podcast. I think we got a new Tenacious D coming out.
Yeah, man. Well, Kyle Gass got in trouble, so we're gonna have to replace him, man.
Yep. So dude, so me and Nick and Anthony, we started this thing called Sucker Punch Comedy back in Dallas, where we would do these little pictures, and we would make sketches of them. And this was before,
it was like picture comic strips.
Yeah, picture comic strips. And this was before like Instagram, Facebook.
It was MySpace, man.
MySpace. It was MySpace.
Yeah.
But yeah, we kick ourselves too because we're like, damn, we should have kept on doing.
Yeah,
that.
we were doing it like for a bit, and
we would get big comics from the Improv, like Pablo Francisco would do it, and just like we would get everyone to be a guest on it,
because it was easy. Silly. It was like, hey, we just got to take pictures of you posing. You don't have to act. You don't have to. So they were like, oh, perfect. And then we would just make them do funny poses, and we had bubbles to it later on. Like, this is what they were saying. Yeah.
And so we did. Oh God, we had a lot of fun. Just one thing that was cool, like, because we were this little crew. Remember when the PlayStation 4 came out? Was it the 4 or the 3?
We were to the 3, definitely.
Okay, so we were like,
you get
we were basically we were trying to get this PlayStation and resell it, because at the time PlayStation was the number
3.
one thing, bro.
Yeah,
and it was going online for like $3,000, $5,000, and we're like, we got to get a PlayStation. So we would go and hang out at these different places. We would try to figure out where it was.
Yeah,
we spent this night just going to all these different stores
for the official release.
Yeah, because they only had, I think, 10 to a store or something like that. It was insane. But we found out this Best Buy at the mall was going to, at midnight, they were gonna. They had all these people out there, the police. They put up a little blockade where you couldn't be in the parking lot, but you had to be off the property.
Because the mall is private property. So where all the other stores that were standalone, people could line up the earlier day, you know?
Yeah.
And they could be there for an entire 48 hours. The mall is like, no, you cannot be on the mall property until it hits like 3 a.m. or something like that. And so they had all the people just lined up at the edge of the parking lot, you know, and
it was
marathon
a ton
stands.
Of people, dude. Hundreds of people. And we're out there and we're like thinking, how are we going to get this PlayStation? We went that night. We bought bicycles, I remember, from Target. And we were like, that's what we're going to do. But then the cops were like, no bikes. And we're like, oh, crap, dude. I had rollerblades on. I remember. I somehow thought that I was going to rollerblade past everyone. So the cops, they had everyone out. And like at midnight, they had this horn. And at midnight, they were like, "Brr!" And then
it was a race,
bro. Everyone took off. In the parking lot, there were cars. People were jumping out of trunks, dude.
Yeah, they were parked in. Yeah.
Yes, dude. So Anthony, he was a Marine and he was in prison.
Yes.
So he
started killing people.
Yeah, he was
on the way. He was snapping necks.
Yeah, he got into that Grand Theft Auto mindset, bro. So Anthony somehow makes it into the 10 people, bro.
Whoa.
Yeah.
We get the PlayStation, man.
Wow.
Buy the PlayStation 3. We're like, we're going to make so much money off this. Take it back, okay? And we're just kind of looking at it, just in the box, like looking at.
Yeah, because you can't really do anything with it.
No, you don't want to open it. You want to
sell
it.
We're
like, what are we going to What are we going to do with this? And Anthony is like, no, bro, we can't just sell it. We got to get the games. We got to get some controllers. And we're like, dude, let's just sell it. That's going to take more time. And the more time, it's going to depreciate. Yeah. The hype isn't going to be as much.
Yeah.
And Anthony, he kept saying, this is so crazy. He was like, no, bro, somewhere out there, there's a prince in Saudi Arabia. And he's going to want to get the whole thing. And he's not going to want to buy just a PlayStation. He's going to buy the games and the box. And we're like, dude, but I don't think we should sell it. He's like, no, but the prince, bro. The prince is out there. He kept referring to this prince in some other country. He just, you could tell he had it in his head. This prince was just going to buy this.
He thought Aladdin. No, have you heard of Agrabah?
So we waited till we got the games and the controllers and the hype died down.
And
bro, I think
Anthony had to return it.
He returned it. He returned the PlayStation. He
had to return it like a few weeks later because he had gotten a speeding ticket that night that we got it because he drove. He's like, I need the money. And so somebody, the PlayStations are sold out everywhere at this moment. Somebody got lucky when he returned it because they're like, wait, that's That's just there. I'll take it. You know, like
it was just hanging up on the counter.
So we made no money.
No money. The prince never came through. But it was a great night.
It was a fun story, man. It was a fun time. And you know, Anthony taught me a good trick that night. All right, if you're going to line up and you got to run to the line, don't go into the entrance of just jump the rope. That's how he got into the first.
Yeah. He jumped the rope.
He jumped the rope.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody else was doing it properly.
I've jumped the rope before.
Yeah.
You've jumped the rope?
I think I've jumped the rope.
I can see you jumping the rope.
Yeah.
Yeah, Anthony jumped the rope. You got to have a guy in the group who's willing to jump the rope.
Yeah, you got to.
I can't do it.
I can't do it. I'm not a rope jumper.
You got to have a friend.
Jump the rope.
I wouldn't jump the rope. Maybe back in the day.
He would have to be convinced to, and that's already too late.
Yeah.
Anthony would have been on the other side of the rope. Just jump, bro. I don't know, man.
I got these shoes on. Yeah.
If I was drunk, I would have jumped the rope.
You would have, you would have walked it. You would have bought a Sega Genesis. Guys, I got it. What, Greg?
How did you find this?
Sega haven't been around.
An Atari. I come back with an Atari.
You know, and then you would have returned it, even though that's actually probably worth more.
I know. I had an Atari.
I got an original Atari. Yeah. They had it in the back. What?
An Atari in the box, dude, right now?
Oh, dude, it'd be awesome. So me and him started together, and Anthony, and we kind of like we stuck together. We moved to New York for a short time, and then moved to LA, and we lived in Pacoima because one of Anthony's
you guys lived together.
Yeah,
man.
One of Anthony's cousins had been shot, and they needed someone to take care of him, so we were all there, and they let us stay there like rent free, and we just had to take care of Stevie. He was this guy who no, that's not a good Stevie.
Nah, Stevie's like this. Hey, bro, how you doing, bro?
Hey, bro. But he would always.
I'm Stevie. He's very happy.
Yeah.
Now he's happy.
We'd sit in the garage and, a typical Mexican gangbanger dude, all the tattoos. We'd sit in the garage and there would be like a gun there. And
oh my God.
We would, because the cousin had just got shot. So the heat was still on him. So we were like freaked out, like they're going to come back here again.
Yeah.
And I remember I had gotten We Bought a Zoo and a couple other things. And so they were my agents. Whenever you get stuff, they send you cool gifts. And they got me this little remote control car. You remember that? But it had a camera on it. So we would send it out there and like look down the street for like other gangbangers, you know? Honda Civic approaching, watch out.
And that's why they didn't do it. They're like, these guys got military stuff.
Dude,
these guys definitely jumping ropes.
They set you up, dude. They needed some bodies, dude, to act like they were a big gang and stuff. So they brought you in.
We were the bodies.
You were the bodies.
So we were in Pacoima. That lasted for a little bit. And then we ended up renting out Anthony's grandma's back house. With these 2 pit bulls, and this was almost in the worst part of Pacoima, kind of.
Yeah. Yeah, we were in the hood for a while, man.
We were in the hood, bro.
But because we had the grandma's house in the front, we were protected. The grandma don't got problems.
Yeah.
Nobody's coming after the grandma.
And these massive dogs. It was a mastiff and a pit bull.
Yeah.
And these were like terrifying dogs.
Those are gang dogs.
Those are gang dogs, straight up gang dogs. But they were cool with us. Like it took them a little bit, but then you're like rubbing their belly. You feel cool. It's like petting a gun, you know?
Yeah, man.
You protect me.
And we had to clean up their poop on it all the time. But it was massive poops.
Bro, huge poops, bro.
So they brought you in as bodies and like bodyguards, and then they made you clean the poop.
Basically,
you have to look over the gang member, change his colostomy bag.
The thing is that so the first place was free. Second place, we had to pay like $250 each a month.
It was insane, bro.
So that's why
it was amazing.
That's why it's like we had to do all the other things so that we did it just to not let him be like, oh, all right, get out of here. You're not contributing. And I picked up his grandmother she fell over.
That's right. Yeah, the grandma fell. I forget. That was a big day. That was their 9/11.
Yeah.
The grandmother fell down.
Yeah, outside. And we just happened to come. I picked her up and, we were good for a while.
Yeah.
And then one Thanksgiving, one of the uncles came by and walked into the place. He hadn't seen the back house. He walked in. He's like, man, you guys got a whole little house back here, huh?
Yeah. Oh, and he wanted it.
It's over.
2 months later or not even 2 weeks later, it was done.
You were done.
You got to move out.
I had some of the best times of my life in that back house. You're hanging out with your friends. I never went to college. I would like to imagine it was like that.
It was fun, man.
It was just a blast, bro.
You guys are riding a gun and doing comedy too?
Oh, yeah. We're doing stand-up every night. And we came into LA with like materials. So we kind of jumped up. We came in this little Texas crew and was like, who are those guys? And like, whoa, hey.
Yeah.
It was a fun time. We both got Gabriel Iglesias, Stand-Up Revolution.
Yeah.
That was
a good
TV
time.
show that kind of broke you, right? Was it that?
It helped.
The Comedy Central?
Yeah, man. And, that was a fun weekend. We were set up in that at the Fort Lauderdale what was it? Hard Rock Hotel Casino.
Oh yeah, I was supposed to perform there.
Oh really? Yeah, it's a good stage, man.
It's great.
Yeah, and they had us there all weekend because we kept like staying in each other's rooms to stay there, and it was just like a massive party of just comics coming in, and
it was insane.
Trevor Noah was on that season too.
Wow.
It was so much fun, and we were things were awesome, man.
Yeah,
we were
man, it was a fun time.
Sets, and it was just like life was taking off, man.
See, that's what I always tell like. For you guys are national touring headliners. You're responsible for selling tickets and all that.
Oh, it's terrible.
No, I know, but it's like for me right now, it's the innocence of that you guys had at that period where there's no pressure. I'm just a middler. Guys take me out on the road with them, and I don't have any of those pressures.
That's the best place to be.
I appreciate. Listen, I want to be a headliner where I can make some more money and do that, but. I appreciate like you guys did that. Like I'm in that zone right now that I don't have those huge pressures.
Dude, I still open and feature for people. Like still like
I gotta open.
Because it's more of when you are a headliner. So the hardest jump in comedy is going from headliner to known headliner. That's the hardest jump.
That's the big one.
Yes, because even though you're able to headline, like you said, it doesn't mean you're bringing anybody to the shows. And now it's all on you.
Yeah.
Like I've had shows canceled because, it's like 4 people showed up, and stuff like that. One time I did the LOL in San Antonio, which seats like 400 people plus.
Yeah. They thought they were going to get Gabriel Iglesias every weekend.
Yeah. And there was 8 people in the audience. So they were going to cancel the show, but they said, we're going to let it go because 2 people bought big drinks.
Oh.
So
you had to do a show. You were hoping to get canceled.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I was like, oh man, because then you still at least get the money. You know,
that's one of the shows, man. You just grab the mic and just go sit at the table.
Yeah, you just play.
Just go down and just hang out with them and get personal, man.
Do your time.
Yeah. So there's nothing, when I go and I feature or host for a more popular comic, it's like, all right, I can show this audience who has no idea who I am. And they always say the same thing, man, you were so great. You should headline. But in my head, I'm like, but you wouldn't have come see me.
Yeah.
You came to see him, not me, So you just hope that you pick up some of their fans.
We had fun when we were on the road together too. Because there was a brief time when I got bumped up to headline, and I was a feature, but I had some TV credits. So back in the day, that's all you needed, right? If you had some TV credits, it would put you up. But me and him would go out, and God, we had a blast. We would do like sketches after the show. And
man. We had a whole dance routine at the end of the show.
Routine, bro. It was so silly, so much fun, dude.
Yeah. Because we're always
dance
like
routine on the stage.
Yeah, man. Yeah. It was
amazing.
The idea was like, when you're out and you're drunk, this is what you think you look like. And so Dustin would come out and we'd play sexy and you know it. And he'd dance like, just really good hitting on. We brought a girl on stage and he would like hit on her. And
you got moves, Dust?
Yeah. And then we would break into choreograph, and then he's like, and then we would do but this is what it really looked like. Yeah. And it would turn like Dustin was actually hitting on me, and
it's like the Seinfeld episode of what's her name,
Elaine Day.
Yeah.
It was, dude. Yeah, it was fun. So Nick, what are some good things happening in your life right now?
Oh man, I got tons of vitamins.
He called me the other day. He's like, I spent $250 on vitamins.
No, $525.
$500 on vitamins. Wow.
Let me show you.
I hope
bro.
one of those vitamins was cocaine.
I took pictures of it, bro. All right, so this is what I drink.
Green Vibrance Goji.
Nice. Okay. Right. So that makes me feel great. And that's like so I got resveratrol, lion's mane,
resveratrol.
I don't even know what
made up.
Yeah, sea moss, right?
Sea moss, like real sea moss.
Yeah, well, sea moss in the pills, but I want to take real sea moss.
Greg's on this vitamin called Sea Min. It's very good.
I'm on 40 cc's every night. Right before I go to bed. Injected. I take it orally.
There you go. That's good. That's good.
Sorry, guys.
So wait a minute. And you're not headlining already?
Doesn't make sense.
Whoa, it doesn't make sense. This doesn't add up, man.
Well, you told me if I took it that,
Yeah. Well, good. Keep taking it.
All right. I'll be at your house at 10 o'clock again tonight. I'll see you at 10 tonight.
Yeah.
So you got vitamins. What else good is happening?
Well, I'm getting more gigs, luckily, but like performing with Nurse John, who's a killer on TikTok, and Stephen Ho, same thing, and just kind of like staying out. Really, going back to the gym. I'm more this year taking care of myself.
That's good.
That's what's good's happening, and then hoping that other things, like I filmed something in December with Jimmy O Yang, like a stand-up thing. I don't know if I can talk about it or not. Hoping that actually sees the light of day.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, how many times have we filmed something where you're like, all right, let's, and it just exists in the ether.
Yeah. Got some stuff out there that's never gonna.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There was with my first, the thing that brought me to California was a special that Gene Pompa put together. And it was Gene Pompa, me, Felipe Esparza, Cristela Alonso, and Ty Rivera. Right.
Wow.
And, great lineup, and never the guy that produced it shelved it because Gene upset him. You're never gonna see your special.
Oh, no.
Yeah, but I'm happy because that was like my early career. If that would have come out, everybody like, who is this guy?
That guy's terrible.
Yeah, exactly.
What do you do for your mental health, Nick?
What do I do for my mental health?
To stay, it's a crazy little business we're in. Buddy.
Oh man,
what do you do to stay not?
Every time I have a bad thought, I remind myself that I'm wrong and things are better than the bad thought.
Oh, that's good.
Like if it starts creeping in, I'm just like, no, let's really be real about everything that you've got going on in your life. And I sit there and I force myself to counter argue the bad thought, because the bad thoughts just creep in, and a lot of the time it's a bad thought jokingly, like one of the things that I like saying, I did it with Francisco Ramos and it really threw him off. And I was like, man, I didn't even know that was a bad thought. Like, so we were at the Comedy Magic Club and a comic came up to me. He's like, how you doing? I was like, I'm doing fine. Another comic, how you doing? I'm doing fine. And then Francisco did. Third time asking, how you doing? I was like, you know what, man, if I didn't exist, that'd be great. And I was like, not that I want to kill myself. Yeah. It's just, I just would like to just be blipped out, right? And I actually looked, that's a real thing. Yeah. They're like, people do have those thoughts like, what if you just were gone? And that's fine. And you're okay with it. And then Francisco was the first one he's like, whoa, buddy, is that normal for you? And I'm like, well, it's a joke, but yeah, if I didn't exist, that'd be great. Like I'd be fine with just being boom, gone. Yeah. And so when you have those thoughts, you're like, okay, but be honest, that isn't going to happen. Make sure you're, like you would appreciate the things that did happen and stuff like that.
I have those things where the same thing where sometimes I think, I don't want to, I hate this life. I wish, I don't want to, this is too hard, whatever. The one thing I've always known is that it's temporary.
Yeah. It's temporary.
It's temporary. And it's always going to pass. Yeah.
It's your own mind just messing with you and your own your bacteria in your gut. Wanting a cookie. That's what, if we put bad thoughts in his head, he'll give us cookies.
I love my bacteria.
Dustin, you're doing it.
Dustin's got you got some good bacteria.
Oh, he loves me. Man, sometimes I'll eat a carrot and it'll be like, what's this shit? We're going to make you sad.
Yeah. Go get yourself some 7-Eleven nachos. Bro. That was Dustin's meal, bro.
My 7-Eleven nachos, bro.
Chili cheese.
Yeah. Chili cheese. The trick is you got to take out the nachos. You put a chili and cheese at the bottom, and then you add the chips. No one does that.
No, Dustin's the only one. They even have a sign at the 7-Eleven, don't do this.
They have my picture on it, don't serve this man, and it's me, and I'll go in with disguises.
You walk into 7-Eleven, they're like, no.
Come on, man. Get out of here.
Get out of here.
Bro, I got so good. I ate so many nachos at 7-Eleven that I knew how to change the cheese bag.
Oh, yeah.
Bro, if it ran out of cheese, I wouldn't even ask them. I would just open it up. change the bag myself, and then continue. And I'm like, and now I check out. I'm like, hey, I changed the bag. He's like, you know how to do that? And I'm like, bro, I've been
who
doing
doesn't
this a
know how to
while.
do that?
Now you walk in the door and the guy tosses you a cheese bag.
Yeah, he's like, the guy's like, man, bro, just check it off the checklist.
The cheese bag is so interesting. It looks like an IV bag, bro.
Dude.
And it's got this tube coming down.
You know what you got to do? You got to learn how to fix the Slurpee machine.
Oh,
it's
bro.
always broke.
It is always broke.
Well, because those machines aren't made for constant use. That's why they always breaks. But it's funny that, Dustin, seeing the bags in the machine, was still like, yeah, I'll still have some. Because like when you see those bags, you're like, oh God, never mind. No,
it was kind of like seeing like Willy Wonka's factory, like a mini version. Like, that's how it's made.
Seeing Augustus Gloop fall down, like, all right, I'll still have some of this chocolate river.
I don't care if a little boy's skeletons in it.
Yeah, it's all right. Yeah, it's tasty.
Have you ever had a spiritual experience, Nick?
Oh, in what way?
Kind of like a near death thing, or just like one of those moments where you kind of have one of those, not out of body, but just
moment
like
of clarity.
Moment of clarity. Moment of clarity.
I possibly, I'll tell you this, the craziest thing that maybe about a year ago happened, maybe less. I was in Vegas and I was hanging out with a mutual friend of ours, and he had gotten a whole bunch of chocolate shrooms. And he, put them into my mouth, right? And I was like, all right. And I went back to the hotel room, and I looked in the mirror, which they say you're not supposed to do, right?
I like how he gave credit to the other, but he put them in my mouth.
Yeah, no, he did.
Like
if I tell you
your fault.
If I tell you who it is, it's like, I was like, no, man. It's like, oh, I'm not gonna say who it is because I don't want it to, whatever. But I did chew, because I did want to trip a little bit.
Swallowed?
Yeah, I swallowed. I didn't inhale though. So I looked in the mirror and I saw like this Aztec warrior headdress start forming around my head, right? And I saw this like weary warrior in the mirror. Like I saw my bone structure change, and it just looked like a beaten down warrior, and I'm just like, is that the spirit that's inside of me? Just this guy that's trying to fight really hard and is just worn down, and that's how it felt at the time, where I'm like, I'm trying to stay positive, but I feel tired. I feel defeated. And in that moment, I was like, okay, at least I can, whatever this is, I'm acknowledging that at least I am still a fighter.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Right now I'm a little like worn down, a little weary, a little like just life kind of hit me in a way I didn't expect, but you're still going to fight. And so that was probably the most.
When I took DMT, I saw Aztec stuff.
Really?
Yes. Yeah.
Wow,
I saw Aztec stuff and some Egyptian stuff too.
Yeah.
But I remember the Aztec stuff, and I swear I remember like I could speak Spanish, like whatever I was talking. It was weird. Yeah.
Ooh, you're accessing a previous life.
Because I was thinking, because I've got our ancestry goes all these different ways.
Yeah.
But the Mayan thing, that was a big thing with me.
Yeah.
Remember, that really stood out. But I also saw like some Egyptian, like those Greek, just a bunch of Greek stuff.
Hieroglyphics. Oh, Greek stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I saw Greek stuff, and I saw like just runes type of just weird.
Oh,
yeah.
man.
You see like ancient things.
Yeah.
That's cool though about the warrior. So
it was
that
interesting,
your little
man.
moment of clarity.
It was just a moment where I was just like, because I was expecting to just trip. But when I saw that, it kind of just hit me in a different way, where I'm like, is this the spirit guide?
Yeah.
And
I believe in that stuff, man.
Yeah.
I really do.
Yeah. Greg saw a pirate.
He's like, you're doing fine, Greg. When I said take the semen, I meant blow a sailor. Wait, what?
I'm a connoisseur of the. No, I didn't do DMT.
I want to try it.
I mean, if I wasn't sober, I would try DMT for sure.
Yeah.
We can't do these things anymore.
Well, I know. Yeah.
We abused our privilege.
Yeah.
So the way I look at it is, I can't use artificial things to access my subconscious or anything. But I always believe, when I used to do acid and mushrooms and even nitrous or whatever, I always felt like I'd have these moments of clarity, little spiritual moments where I would access the subconscious, and I'd have like moments of clarity and thoughts. And I think it opened up neural pathways in my brain or whatever. And I would see things that I didn't have access to. But I always knew if I kept going down that path using drugs to access it, I was going to overstep the bounds and something bad was going to happen.
Yeah.
But there's something too.
There is, and I've had spiritual experience without it too. Like I get them sometimes, and I usually get them like in my dreams. Like I'll have dreams where I'll have those lucid dreams where you're walking and you're talking with someone, and I'll just have these things that are like it's like doing DMT. It's like doing shrooms. You know that this is when it happens. You're like, oh, this is a spiritual thing, right? This is crazy.
I do the now I do prayer, meditation, service. I try to do natural things to stimulate that, but it's not.
I'm trying to do the manifest, just like writing down my intentions and manifestation.
See, that's great.
And just telling myself, and that's another part of it is just repeating to yourself, I deserve to be valued. I deserve to be trusted. I'm a good, and just saying it. And there really is a power to it. Cause like, I told somebody, there's the full moon's happening, put out your moon water with your intentions. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to actually do this because I keep hearing about it. So I did it, put out my intentions, put my little moon water out, drank it. And then the next morning, and just recently I put, I will have success. I will this, that, I will get more work, blah, blah, blah. And in the past, like 3 days, separate things have happened where it's really just like I just got a full schedule of somebody saying, are you available for these 80 dates? And things like that.
What moon water? What is that like? It's just water?
So the idea is this, like,
is it cheese?
No. When you every full moon is like a cleansing kind of thing. I think the next one's happening July 21st, right? So you basically just put a little jar, you put water into a jar, and you just think of what you want from your life for the next few months or whatever. And you just like get your intentions in and you put it out there. The moon like energizes the water is what the belief is.
Yeah.
You drink that in the morning and it's like you're drinking your intentions.
Oh, that's cool.
But and it's hokey or whatever, but it worked for me, surprisingly.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Well, man, you're a great friend.
I know. I'm sorry that I showed up late.
No, it's okay.
Yeah.
Hey, but
it's the Aztec warrior in me, bro.
Give that guy some steroids. Aztec warrior. Hey, I was gonna say though, what is there any like charity or anything that you're like into? Any kind of like cause that's important to you? You don't have to name a specific charity.
Last year I did a charity it was called the Latina Safe House. It was in Denver, and it was to help battered women find a restart in life after they're leaving a bad, so I did that. My cousin was handling it together, and I kind of I went and performed and helped them out and stuff like that. So
that's cool.
It was a very honest charity that ran by women, older women, who, rambunctious. They're like, we're going to fight for people that have been battered, this and that. And they had like Narcan set up for every, for people to take because they were like, Denver has a real bad opiate problem like everywhere else. Yeah. So they were really like, we're trying to look after people that are just beaten down.
That's good.
So yeah, Latina Safe House.
Latina Safe House. That sounds like a place where it's like a bunch of Latinas like rob a bank. They're like, go to the Latina Safe House. I'll meet you there.
Well, it's that too. I didn't say that. They take care of each other by robbing banks.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Hey guys, I'm Cecily, the producer of Good Things Are Happening. We got a sponsor. It's Surfshark. Surfshark is a VPN or virtual private network, a tool that hides your online activities from third parties snooping around and collecting data, like the sneaky bastards that they are. When I travel, I set my location to home so that I can log in securely and work on behalf of my clients. I'm also learning Italian, and when I want to really get immersed, I can watch the news in Italian by setting my location to Rome or Milan. Protect your online privacy. Become invisible online with Surfshark VPN. And with our link, you save 83%. On the Surfshark One VPN Plus, you also get 3 months extra. That's $2.69 a month. Get Surfshark. Click the link in the description or on our website, goodthingspod.com, and surf safely with Surfshark.
Well, we do like some news stories real quick. We're just gonna do a couple. You wanna join us, buddy?
Sure.
Good news. You know, you gotta have good news too, Nick. It can't always be like seeing Aztecs in the mirror, man.
Yeah.
Okay. We're from Texas. Families in tiny Texas town have adopted 77 hard to adopt kids inspired by their Baptist church leaders.
Wow, that's amazing.
77 kids. It wasn't a large community, but nevertheless, the 77 children found families within the 23 households of Possum Trot, Texas. It's crazy. I thought it was just one person adopting them for a second.
Yeah, I was like, that's a lot. So it's 23
it was like the
houses.
Nick Cannon of adoption.
Yeah. You need a compound if you're going to adopt that many kids.
Oh yeah, you're definitely starting a cult if you're going to adopt that many.
You'd be like a little suspicious. Like, wait a minute, they're trying to get the money.
Yeah, are you starting a militia?
Yeah.
Opening on July 4th, the film, because I guess they did a film about it, scored positive reviews, including 7 out of 10 on Rotten Tomatoes. That's, man, 3 people hate kid adoptions.
That's funny.
Oh, no, they made a movie about it. Sorry, I skipped over that. You didn't highlight the story of Possum Trot. This guy, he heard a voice from God and told him to adopt kids, and he adopted 77 kids.
Oh, so this already happened.
Yeah.
And they made a movie about it.
They made a movie, and it's like $1 million on the positive in the first couple of weeks. So
really?
That's a good story, man. And you know what? They adopted these kids that were not getting adopted. The ones from, that, and so I don't know. It's a positive. Here's
well, why didn't they? I mean, 77 roles. I could have done one of the kids.
last news story, and then we got to wrap it up.
Yeah.
Man with unyielding depression starts picking up litter and helps clear 13 tons of trash with family and strangers. So this 32-year-old guy had severe mental health problems, and he was walking along this river. And then one day he brought a couple bags, and he's like, I'm going to go pick up some trash. And he starts picking up the trash to treat his mental health. A guy on a bike is riding by and sees him, and he goes, hey, what are you doing? He goes, I'm picking up trash. And he goes, can I help? And so he said, yeah. So the other guy starts picking up the trash, and they decided to start this group. And they formed this group of family and friends and strangers that all started picking up the trash on the river, and they picked up 13 tons.
That's a lot of trash, man.
For the river. And you know, a lot
of plastic bags right there.
When those, like you were talking about, when those negative thoughts, and I don't want to be here, and I have them too, or whatever, and you stop off the river and you start picking up some trash, man, it's gonna help.
Yeah.
You know?
I always pick up trash at the beach. And it's just amazing the amount of people that just
toss stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, when I metal detect, sometimes I'll find trash, but I put it back.
Yeah.
You're like, you just put it in deeper.
Yeah, someone will find this. No. Well, bro, thank you so much for having us. Thanks for coming.
I'm glad I had you.
Yeah. And yeah, dude, I wish you all the luck, man. You're one of my best friends. I'm glad you're in my life. Glad you're in my life, Greg.
Yeah.
Glad you're in my life, whoever's watching.
That's Mark.
Oh, yeah, that's Mark.
Out there. Yes. Thank you for being in our lives.
But yeah, guys, thanks for listening. Follow Nick at what's your Instagram?
At Nick Comic.
At Nick Comic.
Yeah. And share, like, post, whatever. Tell your friends about our amazing podcast.
Yeah, guys.
Peace.
That was awesome. I'm Dustin Ibarra.
I'm Greg Baldwin.
Find us on social media and on the web at goodthingspod.com.
You can also find us on Instagram and YouTube at Good Things Are Happening Podcast.
We're on Patreon. Sign up because we're going to have some cool stuff on there.
Like really, really, really cool stuff.
So dope we can't even talk about it. Yeah. And remember, when life gets you down, good things are happening.
Good things are happening. Help somebody.